Ask any pro why he does it, and he'll say, it's the ring. And now, the National Football League has authorized Balfour to create the first officially licensed NFL team rings for the fans, featuring an enamel gemstone logo in the authentic team colors. This one symbol of excellence commands the respect of fans and players alike. Each ring shines with the brilliance of pure Balfour Celestrium and is sized to fit perfectly so you can proudly show your loyalty on game day. And we'll even include a special signing bonus. Call right now and you'll receive a matching enamel gemstone pin, a $30 value absolutely free. That's right, call now and we'll immediately send the free NFL pin and a ring sizer, which you will return to ensure your ring is sized perfectly. And each ring comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, but you must order right now.
The two sweetest words in the English language after chorus girl. College hoops. Big Mondays here again. Lots of primo games on the tube again. You better wait till I have to hit the John, my friend. El Grande Mondays here again. Hey, school night, schmool night. You better watch or I'll give you a pop quiz right in the kisser, eh? Okay, how was that?
I smell platinum.
Welcome back to Primetime. The defending champion San Francisco 49ers seem primed to make another run at winning what would be their 6th Super Bowl. After all, they have won 6 of their last 7 games, except they lost the last game to lose home field advantage, and they finished at 11-5. But today's opponent, the Green Bay Packers, people miss the fact that they too won 6 of their last 7 games. They too were 11-5, and they had a head coach, Mike Holmgren, who knows San Francisco inside and out. 6 years of coaching there under Bill Walsh and George Seifert. Grew up in the Bay Area as a Niners fan, coached Steve Young at Brigham Young, on and on and on. And they had something else. Brett Favre, this year's MVP, playing, frankly, like last year's MVP, Steve Young. Here we go from Three Dog Night Park, where Mike Holmgren returned a game he has dreamt about. He's never played him in the 4 years he's been head coach of the Pack. Reggie White, how much could he go today? They'd be facing Jerry Rice. Every time he catches the ball, it's another playoff record. The Niners said they were fired up. And the Packers on their first series, the reverse goes to Robert Brooks. What a season he's had catching the ball, 100 catch season. Look at him run it for 15 yards. Holmgren's game plan impeccable. Favre under pressure gets it to Antonio Freeman, the other wide receivers. 3 plays later, Antonio Freeman, the other wide receivers other than Brooks. 8 yards. Chris Jackie tries a field goal, but Tim McDonald blocks the ball. The Niners are in good shape. So the next play, first play from scrimmage for San Francisco. Adam Walker gets the ball. Oh, he's hit by Wayne Simmons at the fumble. And Craig Newsome could go all the way. This is a team that hasn't forced a fumble in 9 games, and they lead at 7-0. Tom, what happened?
Yeah, textbook job of tackling here by Wayne Simmons. Hat on football right there. Pops it out for the fumble. Ball's loose. Results in a touchdown for the Packers.
So as Newsome gives the Pack the 7-0 lead, the defense holds the next series. They get it back far. Oh, Nelly, we told you on game day about Keith Jackson. Finally paying dividends, 35 yards. Next play, Favre. Robert Brooks in front of Pro Bowler Eric Davis, 21 yards. 3 plays later, oh, Nelly. Keith Jackson with a touchdown. It's 14-0 Packers, 105 yards to the Niners, -2 in the first quarter. Joe, what?
Watch this. What? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What great defense. I'm still going. 6, 7. Holy mackerel, is somebody open? No. Oh, I just got knocked down. Unbelievable defense.
Yeah, and the reason that nobody's open, Joe, the cover men of the Packers doing a great job downfield. Here, Craig Newsome mirroring Jerry Rice as he gets down the football field. And then Wayne Simmons, and this is what I was most impressed with, get on top of people, knock them down as Wayne does Brent Jones right there, keep them from running their routes.
Yeah, Reggie, I'm going to have a big day even if I only have 1 leg. Knocks down Steve Young, stays down for a little bit, but Reggie isn't in alone. There he is going, boom. Who else is there? Sean Jones, his buddy on the other side.
What a defensive game plan concocted by that man, Fritz Shurmur. Holmgren and Shurmur were geniuses today. Favre, ordinary Keith Jackson, and you know what? Even the announcer would probably be open on that play. 35 yards. That sets up from the 13. Favre to Pro Bowl tight end Mark Shimura. Touchdown. 21-0 for the Cheeseheads.
Yeah, Timmy McDonald locked up with Chamorro, and this is such a subtlety of the West Coast offense. The little brush right there to knock McDonald off the coverage. Chamorro, easy open for the touchdown.
These are the 49ers down 21-0, trying to get back to the Super Bowl. And Young goes to Derek Lavelle for 23 yards. Young to Jerry Rice. Where was he till late in the game? 12 yards. Young to J.J. Stokes, the youngster, to the goal line. Steve is fired up. He feels some rhythm coming. And on 4th and goal, you know who's taking it. Behind Bart Oates, Steve Young, touchdown. And it's 21-10 at this point. George Seifert says we can come back, even though his quarterback took a heck of a beating. But Brett Favre, hey, no need for him to phone home except for congratulations. He falls down, has the presence of mind. Where's the defense? It's Kit Jackson again, 25 yards. Jackson, 4 for 101. Sets up a Chris Jackie field goal, 24-10, the Pack. 4th quarter. John Jerkovic strips Young of the ball. Darius Holland falls on the football for the Pack. And the Packers' Mike Holmgren, who said we could not get in a scoring fest with this team, on a crucial 4th and 1. This is this year's MVP, folks. Brett Favre, first down. Edgar Bennett, 9 yards. That sets up a field goal by Jackie to put him up 27-10. The Niners would need 3 scores. They cannot believe it. Jesse Sapulu, he of the 4 rings. Steve Wallace of the 3 rings. Young to J.J. Stokes. Nailed. The Butler did it. Leroy Butler did it. Young over the middle. Picked off by Mike Pryor, who had no prior commitments other than this game. Young cannot believe it. They fumbled it twice. They would get picked off twice. And Mike Holmgren was offensive coordinator under George Seifert. 2 old friends shaking hands, and a job superbly done by the Green Bay Packers. We will have a new champion this year in the NFL. We also will have 2 new teams in the Super Bowl. The Packers 27, the 49ers 17. Favre 21 of 28 for 299. Young 65 passes, a new playoff record. Marino had 64 last week for the 2nd most in the playoffs. Guess what? Both teams lost throwing that much. Andrea Kramer with Reggie White going to the title game.
Even in Green Bay, they're shouting Reggie. What does this mean to you?
This is great. This is farthest I've ever gotten as a professional. I'm 1 game away from achieving a dream. Man, my teammates, these guys are great, and I just praise God. This is great. We beat a good team, Super Bowl champions, and this is giving us an opportunity to take the next step, and praise Jesus.
How were you able to get their entire offense, particularly Young, out of their rhythm?
Well, Fritz did an excellent job with the coverages, disguising the coverages. We did an excellent job up front passing. We knew they were nervous because they tried to use the comment that Mike made to try to motivate themselves, and they never did that before. So we felt we had an edge, and we came out here and proved that we did today.
Were you able to take advantage of the fact that their offensive line was so beat up, shuttling guys in and out?
Well, we took advantage of them. I think we took advantage of them by, you know, switching in a lot of guys, and we actually wore them down, I believe. And, you know, this is great.
Could you ever imagine that you would be able to shut down this offense the way you did?
I didn't. And that credit goes to Fritz. And Fritz called an excellent game. Our coverage guys did a great job coming up on these guys. We got good pressure, and that's why we won.
Go enjoy it, Reggie. Thanks. Right. Take care.
All right, Andrew, great job. Reggie White, great job. You know how happy he is. He's 1 step from the Super Bowl. This is a dream, and a dream game by Mike Holmgren, which we'll talk about in a while. But, you know, who would have thought it, Tom? The West Coast offense in Wisconsin is better than the West Coast offense on the West Coast, at least today.
I said a week ago that I thought the Packers ran the better version of the West Coast offense, that they had better balance. They had a quarterback who was playing better. That's difficult to say when you're talking about Steve Young. But Brett Favre is playing as good as any quarterback, or better, actually, than any quarterback in this league. And then when you look at the 49ers, I think that this is certainly not the same football team that we saw last year. There's no Ricky Waters in this lineup, no William Floyd, and J.J. Stokes did not develop into the John Taylor-type ball player they thought they would see by the end of the season. So different football team beaten by a better football team.
Absolutely right, Tommy. I couldn't agree with you more about the way Brett Favre has played. And, hey, look, let's not take anything away from the Green Bay Packers. They beat the defending champions outright today. And Fritz Shurmur, who has beaten the San Francisco 49ers as a Ram, He has beaten him as an Arizona Cardinal. Now he's beaten him as a Green Bay Packer. You want to think about somebody for a head coaching job, why not mention Fritz's name? Wayne Simmons, what a terrific job at linebacker. And how about the job of the corners, McGill and Newsome on J.J. Stokes and the great Jerry Rice. That defense just played sensational.
You know what was amazing, Joe and Tommy? San Francisco, even like with 5 minutes to go in the game, they still couldn't figure out what they were looking for at defensively. Right. And so for the first time since '87, the Niners have lost a playoff game before the championship round. And that's a long time. And for the first time since the Ice Bowl, the Packers are in the NFC title game. And won't we churn up John Facenda this week just a little bit? Speaking of legends, Don Shula. And it's ironic, he was talking with our Roy Firestone for our Sunday night conversation tomorrow night. As he was watching the Packers-Niners game, here's the legendary coach looking at the Packers' third touchdown to Mark Chmura.
Take us through here now. It's
well, you see Favre under center, and you watch the center and the nose tackle to start with, and the fake, the play-action pass. He's got the guy wide open for the touchdown. But that happens because the running game is working, and if the running game isn't working, then people stay back there and they play pass all the way.
Well, yeah, the fires are still burning. This just in, and we'll have Don on the Sunday night conversation in his talk with Roy Firestone. That's on SportsCenter tomorrow at 11 Eastern Time. So the Packers, who forced less turnovers this year than any other team in the NFL, the least ever, 3, get one on the first play on defense. You figure it out. When we return, we got some prime-time players, and you're looking at one right there. I don't think we're letting any cat out of the bag by saying he just might get one of our game balls. We'll be back.
Now, I know we have our differences, different jobs, different deodorants, different phone companies. Truth is, regardless of who we are, what we are, or what phone company we choose, every one of us can use 1-800-COLLECT to save money on collect calls.
1-800-COLLECT.
I use 1-800-COLLECT. I'm feeling a lot of love here.
1-800-COLLECT. Anyone can use it, everyone can save. Anybody know McDonald's Big Mac song?
To all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce.
Cheese.
Pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun. Oh, fun! To all beef patties, special sauce.
Onion. And a sesame seed bun.
To all beef patty, special sauce.
To all beef cheesies. Cheesy beefies.
To all beef patty, special sauce.
Cheese, pickles, onions, on a sesame seed bun.
I can do anything. Why can't I do this?
Have you had your Mac today?
Want inside? I mean, like, be there. In the paint, kissing it off the glass. In the slot, cranking a slap shot. Flat out on a straightaway. It's all about coverage. Like NHL hockey 3 nights a week. 175 NCAA basketball games. And the most complete NASCAR and IndyCar coverage on television. Want to feel it? To get the contact your cable or satellite provider.
Primetime Players is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, the way everyone can save on collect calls. It's easy. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT from any phone and save.
My game ball goes to Mike Holmgren. What a homecoming for him at San Francisco. The team that he rooted for, the team that he coached for, against the quarterback that he used to coach in college. Mike, I don't know if they drink Chardonnay in Green Bay. We're toasting you tonight. Congratulations. Joe?
Mine goes to the offensive line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody ever gives them any credit. They said they never got any. I want to give it to them tonight. John, Justin, Dermonte, Brendan, and Leon, what a great job you did all day to protect Neil O'Donnell and let Bam run. Tommy?
And my primetime player, Brett Favre, MVP of the league, 21 of 28, 299 yards, 2 TDs. Looks like a guy headed somewhere. We'll be back.
And they all lived happily ever after. Okay? One more? And Jack, he went up the beanstalk. Oh, what big eyes you have. And then Mama Bear says, somebody's been eating my part. No, I don't know who. You have to wait till the end of the story.
With MCI's Friends and Family, you save on every call to everyone.
All the better to see you with.
So you can talk a little longer.
No, I don't know how they lived in the shoe. It's a size 90. It's a big shoe.
MCI's Friends and Family. Real savings, real simple.
You want another one?
Tires are flying at Pep Boys because right now you can get a set of 4 all-season 45,000-mile tires for just $139. That's any size, any 4 45,000-mile tires in stock for just $139 at Pep Boys now.
Why does your automobile need an oxygen sensor?
It does.
When life calls for deeper answers, enter CompuServe, the online service with deeper content. Call for free software.
On February 12th, we'll present the ESPYs live. And every night on SportsCenter, we'll show the greatest plays and performances of the year. Call your ESPY voted on SportsCenter or vote on ESPNnet. The ESPYs, presented by General Motors, only on ESPN.
Congratulations to the Steelers and the Packers, gentlemen.
Yeah, and credit the Packer coaches on both sides of the football for game plan and getting back to basics. I'm talking about hitting receivers at the line of scrimmage, not allowing them to run free down the field.
And I'm talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers playing as a total football team. Without any question, every unit, offense, defense, special teams, did the job today.
My daughter Meredith turned 10 today. I say that because A, I love her very much. B, she had a much better day than the 2 teams that I picked for the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching Primetime. For Joe and Tom, I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you.
Happy birthday, Meredith.
Hawaii. The mere mention of the name conjures visions of clear blue water and warm tropical breezes, and rightly so. It's year-round conditions like these that provide the ideal environment for just about any sport this side of ice hockey. You name it, and it's here. Road and mountain biking, hang gliding, deep-sea fishing.
By their key 3, Leitner, Ryder, and Gugliotta. Doug West slammed the door on 7 seasons of frustration in Phoenix, snapping the Wolves' string of 25 consecutive losses, and the celebration was on. That celebration was short-lived. Friday night, Tom Gugliotta showed the effects of a war with the Warriors. Ronnie Cycli had Golden State up by 11 in the 4th, but Gugliotta led the Wolves back with a season-high 36-point, 10-rebound performance despite a dislocated finger, which had the Wolves asking, could they win 2 unlikely games on the road? J.R. Ryder thought so. He added 17 points in front of his hometown crowd before fouling out. But in the end, Joe Smith and Latrell Sprewell helped pull out a 122-119 overtime win. And so tonight, the resurgent Wolves move on to battle the Blazers here in Portland.
Experience like no other. Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Fluff's dependable. He knows what to expect from Fluff. Fluff knows Peter inside and out, his emotions, his game. If you walked up to Fluff and said, what's Peter going to hit in this situation, he could tell you what club he's going to hit.
No surprises. Fluff been there forever.
Stay indoors and watch TV. I'm Gary Miller.
I'm Carl Ravitch. Now it is Primetime.
Come thaw out with us on NFL Primetime. Could Emmitt Smith and the Cowboys start another playoff run? With Deion Sanders trying to get into the action. For the Eagles, Rodney Peete would be out of action early, so it was up to Randall to lead the charge. To the AFC, the Chiefs looked to their attacking defense and Neil Smith to provide a spark, while Captain Comeback Jim Harbaugh tried to lead the Colts. But would victory slip away? Primetime's dancing again on NFL Primetime. Nah. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Chris Berman along with Tom Jackson, and welcome to NFL Primetime. We're down to the Final Four, and the more you think you know about this game, Tom,
we know nothing.
The more you realize we know nothing at all. There have been shockers left and right. Let's start with the first game today in the NFC, where today both #1 seeds got into contention, the Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Cowboys, of course, got a breath of fresh air thanks to San Francisco losing in Week 17 and certainly San Francisco being upset yesterday by the Packers. But Philadelphia's game in Week 15 gave them less than fresh air in the now famous Barry Switzer Bowl. So this is the rubber match between the two NFC East games. What kind of air would the Dallas Cowboys breathe today? Well, they're at home where they doused the Eagles handily earlier. Deion Sanders looking to make his first mark as a playoff man for the Cowboys. Michael Irvin has made many a mark. Ray Rhodes and the stoic Eagles. But I'll tell you what, the hitting was fast and furious, and the Cowboys supplied a good deal of it, Tom.
Yeah, here Rodney Peete, the second play of the game, going to Calvin Williams, and this would be a theme early on. The Eagles coming up just short, hard hitting on both sides of the ball. Here, Bill Romanowski on Moose Johnston, 3rd and short. Barry Switzer a little bit concerned. This looks very familiar to him.
And more third down plays, Tommy.
Yeah, Leon let the big cat here breaking in on a 3rd down and 1 on Rodney Peete for the sack. Then Larry Brown here. Again, Ricky Waters on 3rd down, takes the swing pass, and just short of the first down there, Larry Brown with the great hit.
Here's the best play, well, at least for Dallas, a hit. I don't know if it's best for the Eagles. Scrambling, Rodney Peete. Oh, you can't do the. Oh, runs right into Darren Woodson. Held short of the first down. And Woozy left the game. Randall Cunningham would get ready. But the score 3-3 early in the second. Deion Sanders touches the ball. And look at him make the moves. Look at the speed. Look at him juke. Look at him go for over 20 yards. But it didn't count, Tom. There's a flag on the play. What happened?
Yeah, the rule states that once the cover guy is out of bounds, you cannot hit that player while he's out of bounds. And right here, Greg Briggs does just that, and you're going to watch it here about 3 feet from the official.
Second quarter, Dallas from their own 30. I think we'll go to Emmitt Smith. He spins off a 15-yard run. And then Aikman, a screen to Emmitt, pass Kurt Gouveia. Oi, Gouveia misses the tackle, hits 22 yards. Then Emmitt, who has averaged way over 100 yards in recent games against Philly, gets 6. And then watch the reverse. Watch Deion Sanders make the move on Mike Mamula. And then he's back, picks up a couple of blocks, and then the speed to the post. Look at it, to the corner, gone. Touchdown, 10-3, Cowboys. First touchdown this year for Deion, his first as a rusher.
And Chris, you're exactly right. Great athleticism, and then the great block right there by Emmitt Smith. He's going to get another one as he turns the corner here. Michael Irvin starts down the football field at Bobby Taylor and clears away to the corner of the end zone.
Now, the next Eagles possession, as Deion finishes the dance, he sees reception and kickoff returns and punt returns and interception. Leon Lett, watch him bust through and just stop Charlie Garner in his tracks. Garner was held to 13 yards today. Waters just 39. Meanwhile, Aikman goes to Kevin Williams. His 3rd straight impressive game for the Cowboys. It's a 40-yard game. Aikman to Moose Johnson, and he smells the goal line, but boom, doesn't quite get in. 1st and goal, who's going to get it? Emmitt. Another ball goes in the trunk. Another ball goes for an autograph. And it's 17-3. Barry Switzer and the Cowboys. 6 yards for Emmitt in the first half. Would end with 99. Eagles' best offense today, Tom, with Randall. Hey, in the shadow of his own goalpost, just throw it as far as you can, which is like 50 yards. Maybe we'll get a flag. They got a flag. Should have kicked the field goal there. I'm only kidding. 17-3 at the half. Dallas. Second half. Aikman comes out throwing, and it's not to Michael Irvin, not to Jay Novacek, but he sidesteps the rush. It's Kevin Williams. 34-yard gain, sets up a field goal by Chris Bonio. It's 20-3. Then more Dallas defense. Tony Tolbert, huge today, Tom.
Yeah, Tony Tolbert did a great job of pressuring the quarterback and getting his sacks right there. Outside move, comes back inside to sack Randall Cunningham.
Now the Cowboys get it back. First play of the drive. Aikman to Deion Sanders. They were using him. And Deion stretching for the extra yard. Emmitt would get 6 up the gut. Then Emmitt running left, Moose out in front, looking for somebody to block, but Emmitt gets 9 more. But then at 3rd and 25 after penalties, Aikman to Jay Novacek, just back from the knee scope for 15 yards. That sets up someone who's kicked 28 straight field goals now in regular and postseason. Chris Bonio, 51 yards, 23-3. Cowboys, and then they set everything at Randall.
Yeah, Dallas dominated in the trenches today. Godfrey Miles breaks inside on Randall Cunningham, one of 5 Cowboy sacks on the day, Chris.
Well, he could see for miles and miles. Randall was saying, who? Never mind, that's a rock and roll joke. Aikman goes deep. Deion doesn't get it. Watch this. Doink! Eric Williams and Fuller and Eric Williams exchanging glances, if you will. Cunningham Throws behind, picked off by Dion. You know him more. No, don't lateral it there, Dion. And the Cowboys take over. 3 plays later. The congratulations for Dion and Aikman and Michael Irvin want to see a pretty pass, pretty catch. Michael's only one of the day, but it's a touchdown. The game is over. It's 30-3. And a bit of irony. 2-minute warning, 4th and 1. Dallas with the ball. You know they're going for it. This is Sherman Williams, though, painting a first down. And Barry goes, nah, we went for it. Leon Lett, moving to the championship game. The Cowboys are in their 4th straight NFC championship game. Emmett, 99 yards. Philly scores late and adds a 2-pointer, but the Cheeseheads are coming in next. Packers Cowboys is your NFC championship game. We will talk more about that later on in the show, give you your first preview of it. That's the late kickoff next week as the Cowboys win handily over the Eagles, 30-11, holding the Eagles to 74 yards rushing, almost 400 yards of offense for Dallas to 227 for the Eagles. Afterwards, Barry, believe it or not, asked about the 4th and 1 call at the 2-minute warning.
We kicked their ass today. If we'd played like that last time, it wouldn't have to even come down to a 4th and foot. So let's bury that son of a bitch, okay? Before I take that mic.
It really, truly felt great to finally have a large impact in a game, to really be utilized the way I wanted to be utilized. The team I played on last year is at home right now watching, and the team I'm playing on this year is playing in the championship game and playing to continue on and go to the Super Bowl.
I couldn't remember the plays. I couldn't remember, you know, what had happened in the series prior to when I got hurt, and it's just a total frustrating feeling because you don't want that to happen in a big game like this.
Jeff Lurie knows how I feel. Ray definitely knows how I feel. They know that I want to come back, and I told Ray how I felt about coming back. You know, it's not a situation where Randall Cunningham needs to make $3 million or $3-point-something million next year. But I would like to come back, and I'd like to know my role.
Would you be surprised to see Randall back next year?
Yes, but you know, again, we'll evaluate every single position, and Ray will make that determination, not me. So.
Well, the determination today was that Dallas, a much better team than Philadelphia. And hats off to the Eagles because they went as far as they could. But, you know, really, Tommy, after halftime, it was almost like a preseason game. Dallas got to rest some of their guys.
Yeah, I think we talked this morning about what would happen if the Eagles, in fact, could not establish the running game early. Then they would be forced to depend on the right arm of Rodney Peete to carry them. And I think that early on, you saw them miss 3 or 4 first downs by less than a yard. I think that really affected the tempo of the game for the Eagles. Put a lot of pressure on Rodney Peete to have to perform, and then Randall Cunningham coming in rusty. I don't think we can blame him for that performance he put on throughout the rest of the game. As far as the talent of the Cowboys, no doubt now that they are playing with confidence. They're ready to play. And I credit Barry Switzer for now making the adjustment. Kevin Williams is now a go-to guy on this ball club as long as you try to double up on Michael Irvin. And we finally saw use of Deion Sanders the way we thought we might see during most of the season while he's been with this football team, returning the kicks, using him as a reverse guy, using him as a receiver, allowing him to be Deion.
Yeah, scores a rushing touch. Kevin Williams, what, 6'4", 124. So 3 straight games, yes. Good games. And that defensive line surge was back. They have more of the rotation going with Maryland. You pointed out Tommy Tolbert with 2 of the 5 sacks.
Yes.
So the Packers will certainly be thinking about Dallas up front. And the Eagles have certainly, as we go inside the numbers, been thinking about the Dallas defense and what their quarterbacks have not been able to do. So they've tried Rodney Peete. They've tried Randall Cunningham. We're calling for Jay Fiedler from Dartmouth, right? 4 interceptions, 10 sacks in the 3 games this year for the Eagle quarterbacks against the Dallas Cowboys. 2 of those picks were returned for touchdowns by Larry Brown, so they improved. They didn't have any of those. But Dallas moving on, and Philly, hey, hold your heads up. And they certainly have a good start toward next year. When we return, would there be a shocker in the frigid cold at Kansas City? Or would the Chiefs do what they do to everybody at home, like the Colts, win?
The future just keeps coming at you. I think about kids today, those video games they play. Every year, new generation, more advanced. Well, this is the next generation of power. Renewal from rail back. They're alkaline, like regular batteries, but more advanced. You can renew them, reuse them, instead of just throwing them out. They don't just come back, they come back strong. Play it smart. Railvac Renewal.
Identify yourself. Do you go for the gusto? Go out on a limb? Go full speed ahead? Go where no man has gone before? Or are you a cornflake eater? Guess not. You go for the adrenaline-pumping, milk-defying taste of Wheaties, made with wall-to-wall, indoor, outdoor, toasty, tasty, 100% whole wheat. A whole mouthful of flavor. It's the whole Megillah. So for taste that goes the distance, goes all out, go for the over-the-top taste of whole wheat Wheaties.
You know, hugs come in all shapes and sizes, lengths, and even temperatures. And I kind of think they're like vitamins. I personally make it a point to hug at least one person a day, whether they really want to be hugged or not. But the good thing about hugs is you can get them and give them across the country and across the world. And they don't cost much either. Long-distance hugs has a really nice ring to it, doesn't it? Yep. Friends and family. Real savings, real simple.
McDonald's salutes the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
NFL Primetime is brought to you by Logo Athletic. Get real with authentic team apparel.
We will give you an hour next week to get set for the title games. NFL Game Day at 11:30 a.m. The kickoff of the AFC game is at 12:30 p.m. next Sunday, so join us then for Game Day. When we return on this edition of NFL Primetime, Colts and Chiefs. Could the Colts continue their role that saw them win at San Diego last week? Jim Harbaugh, would the Cinderella season continue?
Ask any pro why he does it, and he'll say, it's the ring. And now, the National Football League has authorized Balfour to create the first officially licensed NFL team rings for the fans, featuring an enamel gemstone logo in the authentic team colors. This one symbol of excellence commands the respect of fans and players alike. Each ring shines with the brilliance of pure Balfour Celestrium and is sized to fit perfectly so you can proudly show your loyalty on game day. And we'll even include a special signing bonus. Call right now and you'll receive a matching enamel gemstone pin, a $30 value absolutely free. That's right, call now and we'll immediately send the free NFL pin and a ring sizer, which you will return to ensure your ring is sized perfectly. And each ring comes with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, but you must order right now.
College basketball. There used to be some on. That was okay. Then there was more. For a while, that seemed like plenty. Wouldn't it be cool if you could see more of the games you wanted? Your school's games. Great games in different time zones. Games with great new players. And hundreds of games you can't see anywhere else. Well, the ball's in your court. You just got to contact your local cable operator or DirecTV, and they'll hook you up to ESPN Full Court. It's your season subscription to the NCAA.
Reminder, coming up on the Sports Center at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. on the coast, our conversation with Don Shula. He visited with Roy Firestone. Who knows more football than Don Shula? So join us later on Sports Center. But keep it here right now, because coming up on NFL Primetime, well, maybe the shocker of the playoffs thus far. The Colts at the Chiefs in the cold. We'll show you what happened.
They say when a cowboy gets thrown, he has to get right back up. Last year, I took my share of hits. I may have been down. But if you think I'm staying down, get real.
Logo Athletic, authentic team apparel.
Tires are flying at Pep Boys because right now you can get a set of 4 all-season 45,000-mile tires for just $139. That's any size, any 4 45,000-mile tires in stock for just $139 at Pep Boys now.
All set?
You bet I am.
thanks to you.
A few weeks ago with Jesse, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told him about Head & Shoulders. Regular shampoos just rinse flakes away. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming.
Because great hair can't have flakes.
The in-conference basketball wars have begun. Tuesday at 7:30, the Fighting Illini battle Michigan in Ann Arbor. At 9:30, SEC powers collide when top Frosh Ron Mercer leads Kentucky to Starkville to battle Eric Dampier and Mississippi State. Illinois, Michigan at 7:30. Kentucky, Mississippi State at 9:30. Tuesday on ESPN.
And welcome back to NFL Primetime. All right, let me add this up for you. Kansas City Chiefs had the best record in football this year, 13-3. They were, as we said this morning, the bad company this season in the NFL. They were rock steady. Fewest points scored against, 241. Best turnover ratio. Only undefeated team at home. Dome playoff teams like the Indianapolis Colts, 4-22 away from their dome since 1980. Until the Colts beat San Diego last week on the road, a dome team hadn't won a playoff game on the road since 1988. And now you're going to tell me that the only game of the first 8 to come down to the fourth quarter is the Colts at the Chiefs? That's why they play the games. Here we go. That was a Jack Daniels flash disguised as a thermometer. It was wind chill 6 under. And this is the toughest job of the game, keeping the Gatorade moist. But the crowd was there wearing their red. Early on, in the mid-first quarter, bad snap by Kirk Loudermilk. Jim Harbaugh chases it. Neil Smith, who had a big game, touches him for a loss of 20, forcing a punt. Late in the first quarter, the Chiefs on the move. Play action, off his back foot, Bono. Marcus Allen, Jason Belzer nails him. It's a 16-yard gain. Then frozen late Dawson on a frigid day makes the touchdown. 7-0 Kansas City.
Yeah, good play offensively by Bono and Dawson. Tate here has good coverage. If he turns toward the receiver, he'll get a better view of what's happening with the football right there. He doesn't see it. Results a touchdown.
Early second quarter, 3rd and 10 for the Colts in their own territory. Look at Jim Harbaugh. The man has played cold weather games all his life. Michigan with the Bears. Hey, he may play in a dome now, but that doesn't count. 14 yards and a first down. 7 plays later, 4th and inches. Lamont Warren had a big game today playing for Marshall Faulk. And one of the nicest men in football, Ted Marchibroda, said, let's keep it going. 6 plays later, 3rd and 7. Harbaugh, Deshaun Dawkins. James Hasty called for interference, and that sets up 3 plays later. Yeah, pass interference. Harbaugh. And he'll look for Floyd Turner, the left flat, touchdown. An 18-play drive that took almost 9 minutes, and we're tied at 7. What happened, Tom?
At top of the screen, you're going to see Turner come in motion inside, go back outside. There's the congestion there for the defense to read. You see the 3 receivers at the top of the screen. He gets lost in the traffic, goes to the flat. Nice delivery by Harbaugh, and too late by the defender.
What a drive for Marchibroda's squad. Late second quarter, one of the up-and-coming stars, and surely made his mark this year with the Chiefs' Tamarick Vanover. But Trevor Wilmot, boom, nails him at the fumble. And Ray McElroy falls on it for the Colts. 3rd down again for the Colts at the Chiefs' 30. Harbaugh to Turner, but Dale Carter and Brian Washington nail him. On the next play, Carrie Blanchard kicking a ball that sometimes was close to frozen. Kicks it. No good from 47 yards, and we stay tied at 7-all. So the Chiefs get the ball. Bono to Dawson. Big combination. And Lake carries it all the way down to the 18, Tom.
Yeah, and then on the next play, Bono here appears to be picked by Ashley Ambrose. The initial call was the INT. It was overruled, and you can see right there he bobbled it for a second, but did a great job of getting the feet in. That's a bad call by the official.
Well, the Chiefs get a break, but don't take advantage of it. Lynn Elliott, remember this site, misses a field goal from 35. No good. We stay tied at 7 at the half. Now 3rd quarter, Kansas City with the ball. Bono looking for Webster Slaughter, but this one, Ambrose, is in the middle of the field. He makes the interception. Now the Colts ball, 3rd and 3 at the Kansas City 41. On a quarterback draw, Harbaugh is whacked, and it's a fumble, but Jim falls on it for first down, which sets up Blanchard, 30 yards, good. Colts brought their kicking game, 10-7 Indianapolis. 4th quarter, Chiefs on the move. 3rd and 13 at the Colts 26. Bono, the swing pass to the Pro Bowl fullback Kimball Anders. Jack B. Kimball, Jack B. slip, but a 7-yard game, which sets up Lynn Elliott. 39 yards. Missed one right, got the military game going. Right, then left, he misses. Marty Schottenheimer says, wait a minute, we're a steady team. We got to have special teams. After forcing a punt, Chiefs 3rd and 9 at their own 36. Bono picked off by Quentin Coryatt. Big play by the linebacker, dropping way back in coverage. Then the Colts ball, 4th and 1 at the 32. Do they go for it? Time is winding down. 5 minutes left. Ted Marchibroda called, no, we're going to kick a field goal. Blanchard is long enough, but 49 yards, no good, so it's still 10-7. A first down if they made it would have chewed off more time. Chiefs ball, 3rd and 17, but Steve Bono didn't have it today. This floater picked off by Eugene Daniels, one of the old Colts, one of the few that played their last playoff season for this team in 1987. Bono, second half, did not have you, babe. 4 for 10, 3 picks, 28 yards. So they bring in the normally running quarterback, Rich Loose Gannon. And Gannon, you figure he runs, but as Tommy, you pointed out upstairs, he's standing next to the heater all day. He was warm. To Dawson to the 41. 3 plays later, and here's what you look for Rich Gannon to do.
Yeah, Gannon getting up the football field, and look at him go get the extra yards, go get that last 4 or 5 yards, trying to get close enough for this field goal attempt.
So they spike the ball, and Lynn Elliott getting ready. What happens? The drive is alive. 3rd and 10, Gannon, Dawson, oh! He doesn't make the play in the end zone.
And you have to be trying to get that ball closer for the field goal attempt.
After 2 fine plays by the Colts, the Chiefs went for it all, and now on 4th down from 43 yards. It's no good. It's no good. Lynn Elliott, 0 for 3 with field goals today. And the Kansas City Chiefs, undefeated at home this year, now have a loss when it hurts the most. The Indianapolis Colts continue their Cinderella ride. The longest shot on the board, and the Colts have beaten the Chiefs by the count of 10-7. Lamont Warren had 76-yard rushing and 18 receiving. Harbaugh added 48 on the ground against the outstanding Chiefs rush defense. The Colts ran for 147 yards, but the Colts defense held Kansas City to 7 at home. And afterwards, our Sal Paolantonio with Ashley Ambrose. Sal?
I'm here with Ashley Ambrose, who had a key interception in this game. The Colts defense played out of their minds.
We know we needed to come in here and play a bigger game than we played last week because we knew we needed a lot of turnovers because I know they lead the league and, led the league in take away and give away. And that was something, we had to do, stuff their offense, and I think we did a good job of it.
Steve Bono was so confused, they wound up pulling him in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, I think he was. I think we kind of rattled him. I don't think he really realized what we had, what defenses we were running. And I think it was a good job with defense coordinator.
Now coming up, Pittsburgh, in Pittsburgh.
Well, hey, we're just going to go back to the drawing board, look at film all week, and play hard when it comes Sunday or Saturday or whenever it is.
Congratulations, Ashley.
All right, thanks.
Back to the studio.
All right, Sal and Ashley, congratulations. The Colts fear no evil. And you know what? Ted Marchibroda, he was coach of the Colts in the mid-'70s with Burt Jones and those fine teams, never won a playoff game. But the Colts and Teddy Marchibroda going to the championship game, and no one would believe it. And they are tough, aren't they, Tom?
Well, and there's an irony to the fact that we both know Ted Marchibroda, and when you talk to him, he is as nice a man as you ever want to meet in any business. And yet his team is very tough-minded, very much like Marv Levy, who he used to coach for. I think when you look at this ball club, we talk all the time about teams that can play rush defense and teams that can run the football. The Colts are able to do both of those things, and what they've gotten in the last part of the season and into the playoffs is great play from their defensive backfield. Eugene Daniels, Ray Buchanan, Ashley Ambrose, 10 interceptions in their last 3 games. And anytime you see a guy like Quentin Coryatt getting 17 to 18 yards deep to make a play, you know that those DBs are getting the kind of help that they need. And if they can do this and stay tough-minded, I think they can do it anywhere.
You know what's ironic? The Chiefs have been so steady this year, Tommy, but the one thing they never took care of, the kicking game. Lynn Elliott missed 3 extra points in a 2-game span. Nick Lowry missed 4 extra points in 14 years with the Chiefs. A team with Stenerud and Lowry through their history didn't come up with a kicking game when it most counted. Not all Lynn Elliott's fault. Tough day to kick. But be that steady, they left one door ajar, and it was the door that slammed in their face. What have the Colts done this year? Let's kind of put their season into perspective. They knocked the Rams from the unbeaten ranks when they were 4-0. They knocked the Dolphins from the unbeaten ranks. They were 4-0. They beat the Super Bowl champion Niners in a rousing game. They knocked the defending AFC champ Chargers out of the playoffs. And now they beat the team with the best record of football. Fear no evil? I would say so. Colts, Steelers, early game next Sunday. When Tommy and I return, we'll analyze or at least get the first look at those early games and game balls. Stay with us, please.
Gentlemen! Now, I know we have our differences, different jobs, different deodorants, different phone companies. Truth is, regardless of who we are, what we are, or what phone company we choose, every one of us can use 1-800-COLLECT to save money on collect calls.
1-800-COLLECT.
I use 1-800-COLLECT. I'm feeling a lot of love here.
1-800-COLLECT. Anyone can use it, everyone can save. Lots of deadlines, lots of money, lots of screaming. It starts to burn a hole in your gut. Antacids are more prevalent in the brokerage industry than coffee is in Colombia. I take Tagamet HB. Tagamet HB works. You don't have to chew it, you don't have to drink it. You could take it and go on with the rest of your life.
Primetime Players is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, the way everyone can save on collect calls. It's easy. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT from any phone and save.
Hey, you look in the paper and the stats won't be that impressive, but Jim Harbaugh plays at Michigan, plays for the Bears outside. He ran for 48, only made one mistake on a pick. Jim Harbaugh gets my game ball for the Colts, Tom.
Yeah, and my primetime player boom is primetime. Primetime. Carrying the ball, 21 yards and a touchdown, 1 reception for 13 yards, 3 tackles. He did it all.
All right, who will do it all next week and get to Super Bowl 30 in Phoenix? Indianapolis and Pittsburgh. That's the AFC Championship game, the early kickoff. Game day 1 hour before that. The kickoff is at 12:30. The NFC Championship game. The last time the Packers were in the NFC title game, the Ice Bowl against Dallas. It's be a little warmer, maybe. And Green Bay is at Dallas. That's the late game next week. Well, first of all, Tommy, on the NFC game, our first look at it, we saw what kind of game plan Mike Holmgren, Fritz Shermer, and company put up against San Francisco. They go back because it's a different sort of team. I'm anxious to see what they come up with. And yet, Brett Favre, he's had a defining season. How do you see that game? I think the Packers win and have a chance.
You know, that game plan for the 49ers was a team they know very well. I think the Dallas Cowboys are another team that they know very well. I think they'll come up with a few new wrinkles, but we're looking at 2 offenses that are now playing with confidence. I think Brett Favre still gets the edge at quarterback. For any quarterback in this league right now, he's playing better than any other. I think that game will come down to who can play defense, and we saw the front line of the Cowboys today establish themselves again.
Steelers are at home in the title game. They didn't think they would be there. 10 years ago, the 85 Patriots won 3 road playoff games to get to the Super Bowl. The Colts are trying to be the second team to do that.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers look like the better team. I think that they will go into the game feeling that overwhelming advantage of being the favorites, and that will play possibly into the hands of the Colts.
2 wild cards in that game. Cordell Stewart, Jim Harbaugh.
That's correct.
2 wild cards in that, and that late game should be a beauty. Green Bay against Dallas. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime. A lot of the folks are driving or will be stuck in their homes for a couple of days. Be safe out there in the snow. We'll have an interesting ride home. For Tom Jackson, I'm Chris Berman. Thanks for watching. We're down to the Final 4.